hear a weird noise, so I turned on the camera because I'm sitting here anyway. So if I get murdered, then we have proof. What's happening? Hi, Shani Fannies! Welcome to Educating Shani, where every week I answer your questions. I'm Shani, and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi, Shani! Hi! Welcome to part 4 of today's Q&A. I just put my hair up in some sort of weird ponytail thingamajigger. I don't know what's happening, but I'm leaving it because I'm sick of my hair today. Okay, so if you guys missed part 1, 2, and 3, I will put the links in the description below and you can go check it out. And let's finish off this Q&A with part 1, shall we? Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, then. Thank you for being here and loving me. I love you. And these I've not read ahead of time, so I'm just going to answer them on the spot. Trying to pick ones I haven't answered lately. Patricia Pazio, I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. Are you ever going to cut off your hair and maybe donate it to a charity in the future? Love you. I love you too. Maybe someday if I got confident enough, yeah. Especially if I knew it was helping somebody. Ooh, that's fun. Negle, Lear, I don't know. You're from Denmark. Okay, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. This is not about eating disorders, but what is your favorite top 5 apps for your iPad? Maybe do a what's on your iPad video. Oh, that would be fun. Maybe I should just do that. But I will tell you my top 5 though. Probably YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Candy Crush, iMovie, photo things. I can only have 5. I have a lot that I use every day. What do I use every day? Every day I use YouTube, iMovie, photo things, Instagram. That's hard. I'll just do a video. I'll do a video because that's a fun idea. I'll do that. Okay. Someone's texting me. Let me sing a song till I find out what's going on. It's my husband, and he's wondering if I changed the Amazon password. But no, I didn't. It's still the same. Okay, that's a good question. You can't log in. I can't help you. I'm busy. Hold on a minute. Just hold on. Let me tell him to hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost done. Okay, so Peaches says, hi, Shani. Hi. I have a question for you. I'll leave it in a few places so you can hopefully answer it sometime and see it. Okay, good. I saw it this time. Question, I'm sure you've noticed a trend since about 2010 of curvy girls, big booties, and boobs. Big booties and boobs. Do you think that has helped lessen the desire of women to have an anorexia or bulimia now that it is not in style to be very thin? Or is it anorexia and bulimia in itself a disease that doesn't follow trends but just inherently makes girls desire being skinny even if it's not the style? I know it's something many girls and boys are born with and have a predisposition for. I hope my question made sense. Also, if anyone else can answer with experience, I'm very curious. I myself am not a sufferer, so I hope my question doesn't come off as extremely ignorant, but I suppose I am ignorant to a degree about eating disorders. Thank you, Peaches. That is a great question. I'm really glad you asked that. Obviously, I can't answer this for everybody, but for myself, I will tell you that honestly to goodnessly, it has helped a lot that big butts are in style again. and that big boobs are in style and big hips and all of that stuff. Like curvy girls are coming back in style, and I love that personally because I'm a curvy girl. However, I kind of think, okay, how do I even explain this? Seriously, I can't answer for everybody, so nobody get mad at me if you think differently and you have an eating disorder and you're curvy. Don't get mad at me. This is just what I think, okay? I sometimes wonder if, this is horrible to say, okay, I sometimes wonder if I wonder if my eating disorder has always been hooked to trends, because I am a person who likes what's popular. I've always been that way. I know it's a little embarrassing. I always like whatever's popular, the popular pop music that's happening these days. Those are my favorite music. Like, I'm just a popular type person. I love, like, I don't ever wear trendy things, but I love them. I love all kinds of trends, and I follow all trends, and I wish I could pull some of them off, and some I can and some I can't, blah blah blah. Like, I'm just a trendy, up to date girl. I've always been like that, and I've always done what's popular to do. So I think that my eating disorder isn't fully because of that, because I've had my eating disorder since I was 5 years old, probably before that. But I would say that over the years, it's kind of become intertwined for me, and it's getting to the point where now that you're asking me that, like, it's making me wonder, like, am I healing only because I know that I don't have to look skinny as I used to think I did to fit in? My mind is blown right now. That's a good question. I would love to hear what other people think below. That is a great question. But I will say that there are many people, many people, who do not do it to be thin or to fit whatever's popular. They just do it because their eating disorder tells them they need to be skinny. Or sometimes it's not even about being skinny. Sometimes it's about control. Sometimes it's about that's their only way that they can escape something horrible in their life. Like, it's always, you never know what is behind an eating disorder, but I can say honestly, if I'm being honest, that for me, I think that that's something to consider. And wow, yeah, I want to hear what you guys think below too. Seriously, that's a great question. Thank you, Peaches. Wow, that's a great question. Autumn Vibes. Hey, Shani. Hi. I was just wondering, do you journal? I know it helps me in recovery because I can catch patterns of certain behaviors. If not, would you pick up journaling? Why and why not? I don't anymore. I used to journal all the time. I don't think I've ever journaled through a recovery process. Every time I've tried to recover, I don't think I ever did much journaling. I mean, my therapist had me do it. Did you hear that? I am so paranoid, you guys. I'm home alone and... Hello? If I get murdered, I'm extra paranoid when I'm, like, home alone. You guys know this. Okay, but anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, journaling. I used to journal growing up, though. Like, I would keep a journal. Like, that's just something that I did all the time. I have journals from my childhood. Some of them I can't find. Some of them I have. If you guys want me to read some of it, that would be super funny, because I was such a... What is the word? Colleen did this too. What is it called that she you don't know unless you're a Colleen fan. Emo. I was very emo in high school and very dramatic and very like junior high and high school. I was so dramatic. It was so funny. Like, what's an example? I'll give you an example, and it's so embarrassing. I told my mom this the other day too, and she cried, and I shouldn't have told her, but I meant it to be funny because it's funny now. But when I was, right when my parents were divorcing, I wrote in my journal, I was 13 years old, I wrote in my journal that because the divorce kind of ended on a certain event, I guess, that happened in our family. And so I was journaling, telling my point of view of that day of the event. So what I said was, I was 13 years old, okay? Keep that in mind. So what I said was, so today my cousin and I went to see Titanic for the first time, and while I was in the theater, little did I know that while I was watching the Titanic sink, my parents' marriage was sinking too. I can laugh about it now because I wrote it. I wouldn't laugh if one of my other family members wrote it that was their point of view of the day, but that's how my point of view was as a little girl. I was like the most dramatic person ever. So my journals would be really funny to read online. I've thought about doing that. I think I only have one or two of them, but I might be able to find something good in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? So anyway, but I think I will pick up journaling. I think that's a great idea. My therapist always wanted me to do it. She had me do it a little bit, but I never kept up on it. Like she just would like ask me to journal what food I was eating. She would ask me to write down things that I was feeling, and that's the one that I was best at. Like she would tell me just to get out a pen and just write whatever you're thinking, no matter what horrible curse word it was or whatever it is that needs to come out of you. Just write, don't even think, just start writing, and whatever comes out is what needs to come out, type of a thing. And I actually really loved doing that, but I only did it once or twice. So maybe I'll start doing that, and then also just journaling, like for real, like a good journal, like a readable journal that could help me in the future, or that could help you guys, or could help my kids or whoever someday. Well, I don't know. So yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, that's a very good idea. What about you guys? Do you guys do journaling for your recovery, eating disorder recovery? That's a good question. Swifty with Fragile X says, "Hey Shani, I love you. I love you too. I have a question. I'm wondering if when you move out of your parents' house and Danny's out of town, are you afraid of relapsing?" That's a good question, considering I just purged last night, and it's because my parents are out of town and Danny's out of town. I mean, that's not the only reason. We know that. I've already talked about all that, but that was what was that part 2 of today that I already talked about that I didn't relapse. I just purged last night. I binged purged last night. So yeah, because of what happened last night. Before this, I was on the best track ever, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll be fine. My parents are going out of town. Danny's going out of town. I'll be completely fine by myself. But then after it happened last night, I was like, girl, you're supposed to move here in a couple months, and you are what are you doing? Like, the first time that you feel tempted, you give in when you're alone. I mean, like, I felt tempted, but Danny was always here, or my parents were always here, and I don't know, that just helped me to stay, what's the word? The thing. Accountable. Thank you. Because even though they're dead asleep, probably, I still, in my mind, was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to let them down. I don't want them to hear it. And I also just don't want to do it. But when I think everything hit me at once last night. I think I also just was afraid. I was anxious. I was nervous and alone and scared, and I don't know. So I'm going to say that I don't think that I'll relapse, but I'm going to be cautious about it. Just like I talked about the drugs last week. I talked about being on all this pain medication for my teeth. I'm not worried about me being addicted to it, but I'm going to be cautious. And I'm not worried about me relapsing, but I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be extra cautious about it because of what happened last night. So yeah. Should we do one more? Maybe I'll do one more. Maybe I will, because I'm like scared right now and I don't want to be alone. And I know I'm alone talking to an iPad, but still it might help if okay, let's do one more. So you're welcome. Okay, so this is the end of part 4, and I will put part 5 in the description below. Go check it out, and go check out 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 4, and the things. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute, and remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye.